One has been withdrawn and the rest remain unresolved. All right. Well, if you got a flight today, luckily kind of clear skies and everything, just a bit cooler than yesterday.
Definitely cooler. A big change in the air mass overnight. We expected that, our heat bubble to break yesterday, and we're good to go here for a couple days. Let's get started and show you conditions around the area. We'll go to Centerville for a time lapse from Bull Run Elementary School. The front came through early. There's some blue sky. Winds kind of turned more to the east and northeast, brought in some lower areas of clouds. And this is going to be the story around the entire viewing area today. Sometimes you'll be outside and it'll look like this. Other times it'll be overcast, and then back to some blue skies and sunshine as well. The common denominator is it'll stay cool all day. Forecasting highs in most areas to get up 79, 80 degrees. That's just about average, a degree or so under, and then we'll cool off a little bit later this evening as well. As far as what's going to happen in our future cast here in the Stormwatch 7 Weather Center, looks like we'll keep this flow of winds off the Atlantic Ocean. So at low levels, that will, in combination with the sunshine up above, whip up a little cloudiness. The showers, we think, will kind of be restricted to the higher ground as the moist air kind of goes west and gets lifted up a little bit. So not much in the way of any active weather. Again, it's going to be kind of changeable, the cloud cover, sky conditions today, tonight, and really for the day tomorrow as well. This centered at 6 p.m. tomorrow, so some showers off the coast, and that's about it. As we get towards the weekend, the winds are going to change a little bit, start coming more out of the south. That's going to increase humidity levels and temperatures. This is Saturday afternoon at 5, and we think by Sunday it all changes with a cold front coming through, and that very likely to give us showers and thunderstorms after the front passes. But this model continues to suggest that the heaviest showers will probably stay back to the north and to the west as well. So here's the forecast as we head through today. Approaching 80, clouds and sun, partly to mostly cloudy, 65 tonight, 80 degrees tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, right about average for temperatures. The 47th Bluemont Fair in progress this weekend, a beautiful Bluemont, West Virginia, or in Virginia, not far from West Virginia line. 84 Saturday, storms on Sunday. That's a good possibility. Jumi, back to you.
All right, Doug, thank you. Back now to our top story and the ongoing questions about the health of both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Many are wondering just how fit either of them are to be the next president of the United States. Joining us now from New York to discuss this issue is Dr. Richard Besser, ABC News Chief Health and Medical Editor. Dr. Besser, thanks for joining us. Let's start with Donald Trump. What do you make of the way that he's gone about providing the information on his own health?
Well, we've just received this morning a short summary of his health. This is the letter that he presented to Dr. Oz on his show yesterday. And what we find in that letter is that Mr. Trump is overweight, like many Americans. His physical exam was normal. His blood pressure is normal. His laboratory values are normal. And he's on a statin to control his cholesterol. There is some information that's not included. It doesn't state whether he's had any medical problems over the course of his life and whether those are being managed. There's some tests that have been done. There was an echocardiogram performed, and it's not clear why that test was performed. And there's no mention of his mental health, but what's there in the report shows that he is healthy and fit to be president.
Real quick, Dr. Besser, not to harp on Donald Trump, but the fact that he is 70 and he would be the oldest president in the Oval Office, if he were to be elected, what do you think about his age and how this factors into it?
Well, there's nothing here in this letter that would say that as a 70-year-old he has any health issues. There's some information in terms of family history that's not included that he's talked about in terms of a brother with alcoholism, a father with Alzheimer's disease. But there's nothing here in this letter that raises any concerns.
Okay, so let's talk about Hillary Clinton. Obviously, everyone has seen that video from September 11th, and she's been battling pneumonia. She's back on the campaign trail today. What do you have to say about her health?
Well, the report that came out yesterday, again, was when you include it with the report from a year ago, it's pretty comprehensive and says that she is fit to be president. As a doctor, I like my patients when they're sick to take time off and really recuperate. She's back on the trail, and hopefully she'll be in shape to continue the campaign.
All right, Dr. Besser, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that. Coming up here on ABC 7 News at noon, the $10 million surprise that created a whole lot of excitement at one D.C. school today. We'll be right back.
You know what makes a morning great? an Egg McMuffin, and a McCafe coffee. Know what makes a morning even better? An Egg McMuffin and a free McCafe coffee. And now at McDonald's, you can get exactly that. So come on down, morning people, and have a cup on us. Come in right now and get a free medium hot or iced McCafe coffee with purchase of any egg sandwich or breakfast platter.
Time and Temperature is brought to you by Michael & Son.
What sells furniture? Price. Price sells furniture. Who sells furniture at the lowest price? Price Busters Furniture. That's who. This complete 7-piece living room package was $898. Not low enough. Now only $498. This 9-piece bedroom package with free mattress was $898. Not low enough. Now $498. Pillow top mattress set was $599. Not low.